Hi everyone, today's video is a series of updates for you. I've got an update on the iPhone 6, an update on the iPad 2, an update on 3D printing, and an update on Surface Pro. So let's deal with the Surface Pro first of all. If you saw yesterday's video, you'll know that I took delivery of a first generation 128GB Core i5 Surface Pro. And I said in that video, and the reason I'm smiling a little bit is not out of smugness, but all will become clear, so keep on listening. I basically said that when I review products, especially Windows-based products, I normally experience some sort of difficulty. And that's mainly since Windows 8 came out as well. There's always something that spoils my experience. So with the Surface Pro, because it had been reduced in price so much, I actually purchased that in as an investment so that I could really give it a good try and give it a fair chance. And in yesterday's video, you'll have seen that I had 3 restarts for restoring the machine before it would even accept the right date and time settings and allow me to do a Windows update. Now, during that process, so during that Windows update process, it took a long time, roughly about 3 hours, to get to a stage where it then told me that the big amount of updates, I think it was 94 updates, couldn't be installed, and there was also a firmware update within those as well, and it couldn't install them for some reason. It just said have been unable to install, reverting back to previous version, which took about an hour to an hour and a half to get back to the previous version. On the last attempt, it actually installed those updates. That was after I finished recording yesterday, and I then managed to update it to Windows 8.1. So the Windows 8.1 update went absolutely fine. After the Windows 8.1 update, it decided that it would just go in a loop of restarting. So it wouldn't even allow me to sort of log in and use the device. I did like a forced shutdown. Whatever I tried, I could not get it to start up again properly. Now, I also mentioned the other day that the delivery was not as expected. There was a tiny sort of dig in the outer bezel of the display, which I would have probably rung them up and said, hey, you know, give me a 10% discount or something and I'll keep hold of the device, because it was very small. But that, in combination with the fact that it's now in this continuous loop of not being able to even restart, has forced me to contact the company and return it. Now, I really wanted to give that product a fair chance. I really wanted to use it, see if I could get any sort of productivity out of Windows 8, but my experience was just spoiled and I ended up just hating it. So alas, the product is being returned. Will I get another one? Well, I probably won't get an original Surface Pro. What I might do is I have been in contact with Microsoft, and they will possibly be sending me a review unit of the Surface Pro 3, so hopefully that'll be a better experience. So moving on, let's move on to 3D printing. Not much of an update here, but the guys at ColorFab sent me out some of their materials, some really cool materials to try some 3D builds with, and I'll be using those in future videos with the Ultimaker 2, so keep an eye out for that. And then the other 2 updates were iPhone 6 and iPad 2. Now, I'm not going to talk too much about them because I don't really like talking about rumours. I prefer to see when a product actually comes out, but I'll just cover off what we know so far. So the iPhone 6, and I've got to refer to some notes here, the date has finally been set, September the 9th, and I think it'll probably be available the week after. So the 9th will be the launch date and the order date, and then perhaps orders will start coming out the following Friday and in stores the following Friday as well. We're expecting 4.7 inch and 5.5 inch versions. That's what the rumours are saying. I don't think that'd be true. I think we just get one version, and I'm pretty sure, well, my money is going on it being a 4.7 inch version of the iPhone 6. Sapphire crystal screen, like that about that one. A8 chip, yes, we will definitely get an A8 chip and sort of improvements in performance. I'm also expecting to see an improvement in the camera, and that's as much as I want to talk about it really. I'm very excited, of course, and I will get one in. I've unboxed pretty much all of the iPhones as they've been released, and I'm just excited with what Apple's going to actually give us this time round. And then the other thing I saw was a rumour about iPad Air 2. And people are saying there's going to be a larger version. That could well be true, because we've got things like the Surface Pro 3 having a larger screen and larger tablets being available from other manufacturers, it sort of follows that Apple might explore the possibility of having two different size iPad Airs. We've already got the iPad mini, of course, we've got the iPad Air, and maybe the iPad Air 2 will come in two different sizes. The thing that made me smile when I was reading these rumours is that they were saying that because of the size of the display, the manufacturing process might not be as easy as we thought, and they will be in limited supply. How often have we heard that? How often has an Apple product been in limited supply because of the manufacturing process? I think that these sort of rumours are fueled by the fact that Apple sometimes do limit supplies of devices to create demand. Now, I really do believe that Apple do this, and who can blame them? If they can increase demand by limiting supply, then let them get on with it and do it. I mean, we've seen it with other products, and within a week or two, or maybe even a month, the supply always sort of comes back into good availability. So it's not a problem for everyone. It's just a problem for those people that really want to get it on launch day, and thus the forms queue, because there isn't going to be enough to go round. So good on Apple for that sort of marketing, if that's what they're doing. But I'm super excited for all of the products that Apple should be announcing in the sort of closeout part of 2014. Let me know what you want to see. What do you want to see from Apple? What do you want to see from me 3D printing as well? And what do you think of my experience with the Surface Pro? Leave me some comments. I'll see you all again tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to see another video of mine, please do click the annotation on the top of your screen now. And also, you can click the annotation on the bottom of your screen and subscribe to the Geekanoids channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all again next time.